I want some idioms, and I want them now. I want some idioms, but I don't know how. How to learn them, how to remember them, all I know. And I really think so.
Good. Florence, thank you for your comment. Florence says vocabulary vault is great. Christine says as well, excellent. Layla says, indeed, a gold mine. Wow. I'm not sure if it's a gold mine, but thank you so much. That's great. I'm pleased that they are useful. So idioms. I want you to see if you can guess the idioms, okay? I'm going to show you in a picture and see if you can guess. Here is number 1, the first idiom. What is this? And you can type in the chat. Oh, wow. I wanna. That's interesting. Nice one, Alexander. Assalamu alaikum, Dordona. Nice to see you. Oh, interesting, Eva. Interesting. Right. Okay. Let me stop us there. I'm going to stop where Suman Khan, a drop in the ocean. Let me show you the answer to this one. So a lot of you can see it's a drop. It's a drop in water, in the sea, in the ocean. What's the correct idiom? The correct idiom actually is a drop in the ocean. So it's drop. The color doesn't matter. Because the ocean's blue, I had to make it a different color or you wouldn't see it. But it's a drop in the, not a, but the, and it's ocean. Not water, not sea, ocean. A drop in the ocean, a drop in the ocean. If you can say it as one sound, it's even better, right? So instead of saying a drop in the ocean, say a drop in the ocean, a drop in the ocean, a drop in the ocean, a drop in the ocean. It's a drop in the ocean. What does that mean? It means it's a very small amount or insignificant amount. Okay. For example, switching off one light bulb feels like a drop in the ocean when it comes to tackling climate change. A drop in the ocean. Tackling, do you remember the eco-linguistic friendly language? Tackling climate change? Let's change that. Let's change to stopping. We're not tackling, we're stopping climate change. So switching off a light bulb, right? I just switch off the light bulb. Well, it's nothing. It's insignificant. It's such a small amount. It's important, but it feels like a drop in the ocean. A small amount from the picture, right? You can see when you've got that drop in the ocean, it just means it's a really small amount. Okay, well done. Number 2, what is this? So this is the bandwagon you were asking about. This is the bandwagon. Yes, it is. Oh, Irene, that's a good expression. Yes, it is a party in the card. Very good. Jump on, jump into. Interesting, Victoria. Well done, Maya. Backwagon or bandwagon? It could well be. I've never been to Bremen, but it could be. Interesting, Eva. Okay. Now, to jump on the bandwagon means to join an activity that has become popular. Do you remember Jack and Sarah? Jack and Sarah were arguing, and Jack was saying, well, you know, all this talk about wind energy is just pretty words, right? Sounds good, but it's not realistic. And he says, I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon, right? Just because it's popular doesn't mean it's good. I'm not going to join that. I don't think it's a good idea. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon. So to join an activity that has become popular. For example, 20 years ago, no one was worried about recycling. Now everyone is jumping on the bandwagon. Jumping on the bandwagon can sometimes be seen as negative because you're following a fashion without thinking about it, but it's not necessarily negative, right? Here, it's quite positive, right? Everybody is jumping on the bandwagon because they're following something that has become popular. So it can be positive, but just be aware, possibly English and American people can use it with a negative idea, right? Almost ironic, almost. So just be careful with it. But jump on the bandwagon, now you know what it is. That's it. Excellent, good. Okay, let's have a look at, let's take that off and let's take Fakur off. Number 3, what is this? Anna, join the vocabulary vault as a start, and maybe the gold course if you're intermediate. Any ideas? What's happening here? What can you see? Some nice ideas. Okay, I'm going to stop here with Saliha Hilmi. Go green, because the answer here, in fact, is to go green. I was just going to put the sign go, but I thought I'll make it more difficult for you. I need to challenge you because you're too clever, everybody. So I had to challenge you. To go green, meaning to adopt or to begin environmentally friendly practices, particularly with companies and businesses. We talk about businesses going green. Many companies are trying to go green by reducing their carbon emissions. You can say a person is going green. I want to go green. But usually it's companies, businesses, countries, bigger ideas, right? To go green. Now, there were some interesting expressions. The grass is always greener means things are better. I'm seeing what other there was some other ones. Let me just check. Walking on the right path. A green carbon footprint. Carbon footprint, yes. Green, not really, because it's kind of a redundancy. It's already green, a carbon footprint. Well, not exactly. But it's not, I don't think we normally say that. Carbon footprint, yes, but go green here. Yeah, there were other ideas, but not quite there. Okay, that was number 3. The last one is coming up. What is, not that one. Salia, let me take you off. The last one. Some of you got this, but let's see what you think. The last one here. Masjid, these idioms are... well, I think actually these idioms today can both be speaking and writing. By and large, idioms are more speaking, but I think the ones we have today can be writing as well. Oh la la. Sounds like Bob Dylan, Roblox. Blowing in the wind.
No.
This is quite challenging, yes. Oh, carbon emission, interesting. Hello, Juana, Maria. Right, I'm going to stop with Gokdud, blow, hot and cold, because your answer absolutely is to blow, hot and cold. So the idea is to frequently change opinion or feeling about something. So we often say the government blows hot and cold. They're changing their idea quite frequently. You can say a person is, they are blowing hot and cold. Sometimes, maybe you ask your wife or your husband, do you want to go out? Yeah, let's go for dinner. No, let's stay at home. No, let's go to the restaurant. No, let's cook at home. No, wait a minute. They are blowing hot and cold. Make up your mind. Don't blow hot and cold. They're blowing hot and cold, right? They're switching hot, cold. It's that idea. You're changing your mind continually. So often with governments, but it can be people. Example here, some governments blow hot and cold when it comes to taking action on climate policies. Yeah. Sometimes they're in favor, then the next year they're against it, then they're in favor, then they don't know. Similar idiom, it's not the same, but similar, is to be in two minds, right? To be in two minds is when you're undecided. To blow hot and cold means you're changing your mind a lot, right? So similar, but not the same. Moving the goalposts. Similar. Yeah, Julia, similar. Yes. Okay. Excellent. It often becomes greenwashing when companies announce that they will go green. Yes, that's true. Yes. They're just jumping on the bandwagon in a negative sense, right? Like sit on the fence. Similar, Victoria. Yep, to be in two minds, to sit on the fence. Similar idea. Brian says, I always blow hot and cold on deciding which Lego sets I should buy. I just can't make up my mind. Very interesting. You're a Lego fan. That's very interesting. Excellent. Good.